On to another focus here on First Up. The search is still on for the two missing Navy personnel after the unfortunate crash of the Naval Dornier plane that went down off the Goa coast. The first part of the wreckage of the plane has been found, with Navy Chief going to Goa to take stock of the rescue operation.
At 10:08 p.m. on Tuesday night, an Indian Navy Dornier light surveillance aircraft made its last communication with the Naval Air Traffic Control in Goa. Moments later, the aircraft with 3 crew members on board plunged into the depths of the Arabian Sea.
Apart from the obvious loss, the Indian Navy right now resembles a worried house, and the reason for that is that the Navy was looking at raising more number of squadrons of the Dornier aircraft, which essentially means adding more number of planes to its existing fleet. And why not? For the Indian Navy, which has never suffered a Dornier airplane crash, this is an aircraft which is perfect in terms of its lightness and reliability. These aircraft, after all, have been in service of the Indian Armed Forces for almost 3 decades.
While the pilot, identified as Commander K. Joshi, was rescued by a fishing boat 10 nautical miles south of the crash zone, the Navy is now engaged in a massive search to find the missing co-pilot and observer, both naval officers. Search. 9 ships of the Navy and Coast Guard, along with several aircraft, are now on a non-stop 72-hour search and rescue mission to find the aircraft that was on a routine night patrol sortie. The Navy Chief himself is now in Goa to take stock of rescue operations and meet with the anxious families. By afternoon on Wednesday, parts of the aircraft were recovered. The Dornier crash is the latest in a series of tragedies to strike the Navy in recent times. In February last year, then Navy Chief Admiral D.K. Joshi stepped down after a submarine accident off the Mumbai coast. As the Navy continues the search for 2 officers, the question remains, what caused a sturdy and reliable aircraft with a solid safety record to go down on Tuesday night? With Jugal Purohit in Delhi, Bureau Report, Headlines Today.
And for more on this story, we are joined in by Jugal Purohit. Jugal, can you give us more details as far as this the search and rescue operations are concerned?
Well, the picture surrounding the search and rescue operations that have been launched since yesterday continues to remain the same. It continues at the same pace, at the same intensity, and with as many assets as we saw yesterday. The very first 24 hours after this incident took place on Tuesday evening off the coast of Goa. The Navy tells us that 12 ships in all are at sea in the area. The Coast Guard also is maintaining a vigil. Different sort of planes, helicopters are all being entrusted the task of Goa to hunt for the wreckage, to hunt for the missing crew members. In a sense, the agonizing wait only getting longer and longer, and that's how it is at sea, since with every passing minute the area of search keeps on expanding, given the kind of wind direction, the current and the drifting patterns which are active at sea. That's what's happening right now as we speak. The Navy has told us that for 72 hours straight this operation will continue with its full might to somehow try and ensure that they get a hold of the crew, the important the portions of the aircraft from where they can reconstruct and understand just how an extremely versatile, reliable platform went down in a jiffy. Remember, the air traffic control of the Indian Navy, which operates the Double M airport of Goa, which is also the INS Hansa on the other side, had just no idea. There was no emergency call whatsoever that was made. Whatever took place extremely suddenly.
Right. Jugal, also, what is the latest that you are hearing from the Defence Ministry?
Well, the Chief of Naval Staff, Admiral Robin Dhawan, was in Goa on Wednesday. He came back to Delhi in the evening. I'm given to understand that the Defence Minister, Mr. Manohar Parrikar, is presently in Goa, though not as a result of this tragedy. He was anyways in Panjim. That's the area where he belongs to. That's the area which is his political field of activity. He is camping there. The Navy has already briefed him. He perhaps may today try and visit the actual site of the crash, or at least oversee the entire operations. That's something that will be unfolding through the day as we speak. Right now the focus is in the waters, which the depth of which vary from 50 to 100 meters. The focus is on the divers, the focus is on the equipment which is on board specialist survey ships of the Indian Navy, to somehow get a sense of the people who are missing. Remember, an observer, a lady observer of the Indian Navy, she is missing, and so is a co-pilot of this flight. So that's the precise effort directed at try and get a trace of the missing crew, as well as the important aspects which will help us understand just what and why did this aircraft go down. Back to you.
Jugal Purohit, many thanks for joining us at this moment with all the latest updates. We'll of course stay on top of this story as and when we get more updates on the rescue and relief operations that are presently underway.